What's up, guys? This is Rule 10. Jordan Peterson, be precise in your speech. And be precise. This is a really good one because it's talking about giving order to chaos by naming things. And see, when we name something, when we take language and we use it to put things in order, okay? In my favorite book, The Name of the Wind, the highest amount of knowledge is to be able to learn the name of things and be able to control them. And he ends up learning the name of the wind, and he can summon it whenever he wants. If you think about someone's name, when you say someone's name, John, Joe, Elijah, it's like you halt. You know, if you want to interrupt someone very easily, do that. Just say their name and bam, it's like they're going to be alert by their name. A name is something powerful, and things have names. And when we give things the right name, when we call forth and are precise in our speech, we're able to understand at the deepest level of things. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth, and everything was formless, right? And he said, let there be light. And, that's when creation came into being. Now, when we're not precise in our speech, say, for instance, you have a grudge on women, or you've never been able to get a girlfriend, or you don't think that many girls like you, this is what will often happen. You could say, well, every woman's messed up. All women are no good. Pretty girls are all bitchy. And then what ends up happening, you just find a group of friends that all believes the same thing. Or you watch videos of guys that just believe that. So it reinforces this belief. But that's very imprecise. A better way, a more precise way to say that, to actually find the root of it, would be to say, I'm unhappy. And that's very vulnerable. And then you got to be truthful with yourself. I'm unhappy. What about this? I've never been able to get a girlfriend. Why are girls not looking at me? And that way you begin to become curious about it. You begin to actually solve the problem. Because if everything is in the void, if you're not removing the blinders, you can't actually take care of the problem. If you are fat and you don't like your body, here's something that people say. Well, I'm just fat and I don't have enough willpower. But that's not precise. A better way to say is, well, I'm unhappy and I don't like the way I look in the mirror. How do I change this? Not, I don't have enough willpower. It's too bland. There's not enough focus. You're not being precise. And so when we're not precise in our lives, it shows up by a problem becoming bigger because we never actually stated the problem. If you always want to keep everything hush-hush, you don't get to get your hands on it and get to work. You can't pull it apart and then piece it back together. It happens in marriages when things go unsaid. Without the wife speaking up, without the husband saying something, ends up happening, and then you have to sneak, and then you end up cheating, and things go unsolved, and then you eventually divorce. One of my favorite parts of this chapter is when he says we need to be precise with our success, where we want to be successful. Be precise with how success actually looks. You have to be precise with where you've been and where you're going. Because if you don't know what success is, if you don't define it for yourself, everything else is just a failure. Your life is a monumental failure every day. And so you wallow in that until you begin to define it. Where do you want to go? Where is the road that you need to be on? And when you get off of it, you need to get back on. But you need to understand that. Else you're just kind of aimless, wandering around. That's the importance of goals, is it makes you find aim. It makes you have a journey to go on ahead instead of just wandering around with your head in the clouds. So that is Rule 10, guys. Be precise in your speech. You can get your hands on it. You can get underneath there and work on it. I love you, bros, and I'll see you soon. Peace.